and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, we are going to try out a Bant token list built around Hero, Precinct 1, and Huatli, the Radiant Champion. I lost to a deck that was kind of similar a while back. People have asked me when I'm going to make a video about it. It's sort of hard to do. I can go back and watch that video and piece a few of the cards together, but maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. One thing I'm pretty sure from playing this deck a bit is that it's not as good as the other green-white tokens deck, but it is a little bit spicier and a little bit more fun. And getting to take an ultimate off Huatli so that you draw a card whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, that's really fun. That is, card draw is kind of the name of the game. We're also playing as many multicolored cards as I could find to go with the Hero Precinct one, which means I don't have History of Benalia or Conclave Tribunal in this deck. Instead, I have Deputy of Detention and Knight of Autumn, a Dovin Grand Arbiter. I have 4 Imara, the Soul of the Accord, which is a lot for a legendary creature, but you basically always want one, and you don't have enough 2-drops otherwise. We've got a Shauna Sisei's Legacy, where you basically always want exactly one, and it isn't good in all matchups, so I think the count is about right. The Legion's Landings, Flower Flourish, yeah. Shalai, just one, because using that sweet ability can be very fun. 3 of the Huatlis to try to do the awesome stuff. 4 of the Tristanis, because you always want one. An Assure Assemble can make a whole bunch of tokens, as well as make your Imara indestructible, which can be quite the tilt for an opponent trying to trade with it. Camaraderie is a really sweet card when it works, and gaining X life and drawing X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control, and giving them a buff. I really like this card. It doesn't quite have a home because it's a bit slower and not as versatile, and definitely not as helpful in the early game as Flower can be, but I really like it. And then, of course, we march. We march with the multitudes. Let's go play some games and see how this wacky token deck does. Okay, this hand has a lot of the things that we like, and we're on the play. We've got all of our colors. We've got kind of a 4th land in Flower, Imara into, I don't know what'll be turn 3, but then Huatli and Tristani right behind it. Let's just go get that forest right away. Yes, I run 4 Flower Flourish and 3 basic land, but it's all part of the plan. Hopefully at least the last one would be a Flourish if we actually drew that many flowers. Of course, small red creatures will be what we play against. I would not expect anything different. Footlight Fiend, though. Maybe we got a Rakdos Judith-y type deck. That would be exciting. And there is some black mana. And a Fireblade Artist. So here comes stuff. No blocks here. I would rather get in with the Imara. That's a sweet draw. So let's make a token. Do I save this for a Judith? Or do I just take a Fireblade Artist off the board and slow down the pressure? I think I want to curve out and keep getting more and more bodies onto the field. So I'm going to take the Fireblade Artist off the board for a minute. If this dies, of course, it comes back and has haste. So it's not the most effective thing. I think my opponent's trying to get Spectacles so they can use a Skewer the Critics. If that's the case, I want to block here and not trade the token. If I trade the token, then the Skewer gets a Deputy and I'm down 2 creatures. If the Skewer is going to hit the Deputy anyway, well, it doesn't look like it's a Skewer, it's a light at the stage, but I'm still really happy with the block and not trading. And tilt. One bad light up the stage and they're running to the hills. Alright, we're on the draw, so the hand is a little slow, but we have Knight and Deputy to try to get us back in it, and an Imara. I'll keep it. We'll see what happens. Alright, Hallowed Fountain. Opponent thinking about their shock. Nah. Here's Viashino Pyromancer. Well, I got your shock target right here. And having another one isn't too bad. Having another one isn't the worst thing. The real problems here are the Chain Whirlers and the, well, of course, Experimental Frenzy, but I have Knight of Autumn. But Chain Whirler is probably the worst problem. Just something that I can't really block or deal with. Whoa, maximize velocity. Somebody so original. They probably came up with that themselves. Alright, let's go for another Amara. I don't want to pay 2 life for the land just to gain 4 life with the Knight of Autumn. I think it's better if I take my time on that. Here's a Runaway Steamkin. Here's some attacks. Let's not. Gaining the token can be a big deal. And the opponent will light up the stage, of course. Why wouldn't they have the perfect hand? Alright, it's gonna get fun. Let's try attacking with the Amara and see what the opponent does. Wow, we got him. We got him, folks. I'll take some indestructibility, thank you. Nom. Yeah, got him. All right. I mean, our Amara's going to die next turn, but then hopefully Knight of Autumn can start bringing us back a little bit. Maybe Deputy of Detention can help out. Shalai can help out. The opponent being impatient, feeling like they have to kill that token now. They certainly could have seen their draw step. Like, what if it's a Chain Whirler? All right, something got its velocity maximized. Good job. So I could basically gain 4 life by blocking with this token, or I could gain 1 life by attacking back with it. I think that gaining the 4 life is perfectly good in this spot, so we'll chump block. And then I think I'll just play you and gain some life and hold on to this Deputy for at least a little while, as exiling either of these isn't very good. As soon as the Deputy dies, they get the hasty 2 damage right back. So let's play the Knight of Autumn. It can trade with either one, and we'll gain 4 life. And we'll play the tap land and set up for the Shalai next turn, which is very good against this board. Another Lava Runner. Here they come. Well, now that there's 2 Lava Runners, I think we take this block so the Deputy is better. And once we have a Shalai down, the Deputy is a lot better. Land off the top. Here's the Angel. And the opponent will not stop jamming. I could take this. Yeah, I actually think I do, because the opponent can't burn my face. They have to burn Shalai. Of course they drew a light up the stage. But they're going to have to shock themselves with that Pyromancer, and that Skewer the Critics isn't going to do anything. And they pass. Alright. So now hopefully this is where the Deputy gets a lot better. And yeah, let's start turning the corner. So how's the opponent going to do this? They need exactly a shock off the top, because they can't deal damage to me. So they need to be like shock skewer this, and then they still lose the Pyromancer. So they definitely should have played this last turn, even though they're only shocking themselves. Yeah, now they can't cast the skewer. It's freaking great. It's the best. Let's see if we can get a tilt. I'll take that 4 life, thank you. Play this tapped. I don't want to pay the 2 life. And we'll send in the Shalai. Keep 2 blockers in case our opponent draws another Lava Runner. And that's it. Yeah, get out of town, Red Deck. Shalai doing Shalai things. Alright, this hand is a little bit slow, but maybe Huatli will happen, and maybe we'll draw a creature off the top, so I'll give it a try. Give you a good, honest shot at glory. Little Legion landing vampire token, all by yourself. Carrying the load. We got a Simic Guildgate. Off to the frickin' races here. We could go get another Plains and play this landing, but I kind of want to play one of these. So we'll just play you. I'm not quite sure what I'm up against yet. I do have a feeling I'll get to play this flower later, but maybe that's a mistake. So I'm just going to pay the 2 life to make sure that we get off to the best possible start. I think I shuffled away a Hero of Precinct 1, which is a little bit of a heartbreaker. A little bit of a heartbreaker there. Then I have to decide next turn if I want to make 2 creatures with March. I probably do. So we probably play untapped land, make 2 creatures with March, and then play Huatli. Another Flower Flourish. Okay. Yep, let's pass that over and make 2 critters, and then the Huatli can put a loyalty counter on it for each creature control can be 4. That's up to 7. So that's not quite there. We could also minus it for damage, which maybe we want to do that. Our opponent off to a really awkward start with 2 Plazas of Harmony and probably missing some colors in their gate deck, but Gift of Paradise is about to clean that right up. Knight of Autumn. Okay, so pay 2 life. Play Huatli, the Radiant Champion. Plus it for the loyalty. So that puts us up to, oh yeah, it's a +1, so I don't play this card too often. It's +1 on the loyalty, so it went to 4, then it gained 4 more for the creatures. So it's already on 8, which is about to ultimate next turn. That's a lot better than I anticipated. I'm also going to hold on to this Flourish in case I draw a land. The play might be to Flourish here and hit the opponent super hard. And we'll see if they can deal with the Huatli right now. Circuitous Route. Okay. Not yet. Between a Danto and a Huatli emblem, we're going to be looking good. Gonna draw a lot of cards. I don't know if that's going to make it good enough. Oh, man. All right. So I could plus this again. Is that greedy? And then I get to keep the Huatli? Anyway, let's pay 2 life. Let's hit them really hard. Let's hit them as hard as we possibly can here. Wait, hold on. So this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Put our opponent at 2. Now let's plus instead. I want to keep it around. Because the damage from it next turn could make just about any threat lethal. So the opponent needs to sweep up the little 1/1s. Mass Manipulation, grab the Huatli. Okay, that might win them the game. Let's see. I did not see that coming. I got greeted out. All right, smash this. That could end up being a huge mistake. Break my heart in 2. I probably should have blown up the Gift of Paradise. I guess the mana's okay without it, and now there's this Guild Summit, which is also a big problem. How's the opponent going to do this? How many cards can they draw? They still have to hit Gates Ablaze. Do they have it? Do they have it? Gift of Paradise. Okay, up to 5. That's not good enough. They're hoping I miss my Adanto. So it doesn't... My strength is our strength. My strength is our strength. Well, there you go. I wasn't punished. I just about punted that into the moon. Can't really mulligan the turn to Amara. We'll have to draw some land. Put the faith in the deck to spit up the land. Diregraph Ghoul. And the deck spits up the land promptly. Thank you, deck. Although, don't know quite what I'm up against. Annoying little black critters. Yep, I'm ready. I'll take my beating. Let's see if the opponent goes double drill bit. Something brutal of that nature. Graveyard Marshal. So zombies, the opponent is curving like you draw it up. Exactly the way you want to. So I expect a challenge. I expect Amara to also get killed. Black decks usually don't lack for cheap removal. Memorial to Folly. What we doing here? I think I block the Marshal, but I don't think I block the Ghoul. Alright, so for this turn we have a lot of options. Dovin, Knight of Autumn, Deputy of Detention, Legion's Landing. I think that the Deputy of Detention to get some cards under control is the most important. And I think I want the Graveyard Marshal anyway, and I don't really want to trade the Amara. So I'm going to pay 2 life and Deputy before combat, and then attack with the Amara, although it does seem our opponent may have a cast down here. So if our opponent has a cast down, does that change anything? I could take the Ghoul. which re-enters tapped, but I don't think it changes anything. By the way, cast down can't target Amara, so that's good. Uh-huh. Give me a token. Does the opponent want to trade with Amara, the soul of the Accord? Yes, they actually do. Okay. If that were the case, I'm surprised they didn't attack before. Death Baron. Alright. So I could take this damage or save this for a future block. The question is, does a future block get better? And does this do anything on the battlefield in the meantime? It could protect Dovin. It could do a few things, so I won't block. Well, I can't play this and play a multicolored spell, but I can next turn. So let's play Hero Precinct 1. Let's play Legion's Landing. Let's avoid shocking ourselves, since this is a bit of a life race. And this can enter the battlefield tapped. It also it discourages the Death Baron from getting in there, I think. The real question is, does the opponent have the 4-mana Liliana Planeswalker here in this spot? As that would be brutal. It could come down and take out the hero, but no. They're just attacking with the Ghoul. I don't want to block. I want my creatures around for the landing. And a 4-mana Vraska's Contempt. Okay. Okay, I can deal with that. Tristani would be very nice, but we can't play it yet. Let's put Shalai down. Land off the top to pump the creatures and get in there with the lifelink tokens would be really nice. But based on what the opponent has in hand, they might just have more removal. And I'm still taking the damage. Down to 5. Don't really want to block and trade. I want to force the removal out of the opponent. And instead it's an Issaret the Awakener. And we look in the graveyard. There is a Graveyard Marshal down there. We could attack with everybody. The opponent could block both of these, but then I could play Tristani, which is pretty good. The other options would be to play a Knight of Autumn and gain 4 life. It's okay. Still not a good blocker for the board. I think I do want the Tristani. I hate throwing away my tokens to do it, but maybe the opponent will be cowardly and not block all of them. I wonder what I would do. The Death Baron is seen as very valuable, but Issaret can get it back. And they block nothing. That's best case scenario for me. And we'll bring out Tristani Discordant, who cannot be targeted right now thanks to Shalai, and make some 2/2 lifelinkers to help defend me. Hold your breath. It seems like we can turn this around, but it's going to be close. Our opponent definitely had the hot start. They went turn 1 Diregraph Ghoul, turn 2 Graveyard Marshal, turn 3 cast down our good card, turn 4 Death Baron, turn 5 Vraska's Contempt. Here they come. So this has Death Touch, so we don't want to block it with Tristani. This gets things out of the graveyard, but there's only one thing. So I don't know that I even need... Like, what do I need to block here? I guess I should block the Awakener. The opponent paid 3 instead of 2. That is a misplay. This card does create misplays pretty regularly. So I'm going to lose 2 tokens. I'm going to gain 4 life. I'm going to take 3 damage. It is a complicated one to use, and if you saw my video with the Bishop of Rebirth, that should be going up soon, then you saw that I kind of have to carefully walk through that because it is hard. All right, next play. I think we get in there with Shalai and the Lifelinkers. Keep the life gain coming. I don't want to attack with the Tristani. May as well leave it back to block the Death Baron. Let's bring out another Amara, the Soul of the Accord. I think we can do another I think we can do a Dovin here. It's pretty hard to attack. And the opponent's going to scoop it up. They don't want to see any more of this as it's falling. It's all falling apart very quickly. Now this looks fun. We've got our colors and 2 heroes. I mean, if anything lives, we could have a really good time. And before Mountain, Shock, Shock, Shock. Island. Okay. Opt. Cool. Could still be Shock City, could be Drake's, but... Oh, ho, ho. So you needed a hero, huh? Did you call for a hero? I guess you can have multiple heroes. Let's go, Katniss. Rally behind Katniss Everdeen, everybody. I'm coming. Seal away. Yep. Cool. Now I'll play second hero and play Breeding Pool tapped. No reason to pay the life. If my opponent hadn't played anything, I was going to play the Breeding Pool untapped to play around Syncopate. But since it went down like it went, so do we attack this time with another hero to play? I think I do. I really wouldn't mind resolving that hero. And the opponent may just take the damage anyway to hold up Absorb. Double seal away. Alright, it's like that, you guys. I got another. I got another. So now, what we're probably going to do next turn is try to resolve these cards. Is we're going to try to resolve these cards before combat. Now, I do expect the opponent to be holding a counterspell, which makes the Deputy a little bit awkward, because this hitting the seal aways would be so clutch. What if I attacked first, and then my opponent played another seal away or Warrant Warden or something, and then I deputied? I'm going to try it. I was going to play first main, but okay, that didn't happen. So I've got to expect a counterspell, which means I'm going to try the Amara, because at least that way I get a token, and I get to hold off the Deputy to go after the seal aways later. Yep, there's the Absorb. Here's my token. Yes! Alright, let's hope they don't have Syncopate or another Absorb here. I guess I could try to bleed out the Absorb even more. I mean, this is such a big play, and the Shalai doesn't trigger the heroes anyway. So I'm going to keep playing with my opponent's mind and see if they counter this Shalai, which turns off Settle the Wreckage. Oh, that resolved easy. That resolved easy. That means you don't have a counter spell. Oh, did you draw one? I don't know, you'd snap that counter if you drew one. Unreal. Well, they did have the Syncopate. Unreal. Alright, fine, whatever. Just beat you up with my Shalai then. Where's your Teferi? Nova. Sure. Cool. Let's play the Tristani. I could go get another land here, but I sort of want to hold it in case I either A, want to flourish, or B, I do get these back with another Deputy off the top. I want to make tokens right away. Holy smokes! That's a thing. That is a thing. Radiant Champion. -1, or X is the number of creatures. So this would attack for 5. I can't play the March because of you. If I tick this up, it goes to 4, 5, 6, 7. The Aether can't kill it. Yeah. The other thing is if the opponent taps out to Rev, they draw 1, 2, 3, 4. They go to 20. We march. We gain 5 critters worth 10 damage, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then we win with a land off the top, but a Huatli minus could also do it. So let's just pass the turn and see how the opponent treats their Aether. Oh, they want that Rev. They want that sweet, sweet Sphinx's Revelation is an old card that let you pay blue, blue, white X to draw X cards and gain X life. It was an instant. It was a much better card than Aether. But a lot of people, of course, want to live those glory days. Look at them go. No respect. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this now before our opponent can play a Spell Pierce. Let's top deck that land or see Huatli finish the job. All right, land. Pay 2 life. Flourish it up. Got him. Hey-ya! Nice try bringing out the Aether, but the tokens weren't having it. let's leave it there. Well, we didn't get to ultimate the Huatli, but our opponent did. So I guess that kind of counts. I think there's still a lot more shenanigans to be had with this deck, and I think it's conceivable. It's not crazy to play it in ranked. I can't play it in ranked because I tilt too hard when mono red kills my hero Precinct 1 and my Amara, and I never get to do anything. But I think it has decent matchups against other decks that are not mono red, especially like white aggro, and it's pretty annoying against Esper, so maybe you could play this in ranked. I just can't lose to mono red. It's my personal tilt. So I'm going to leave it here in the casuals, but give it a try. And if you have good results, please let me know in the comments. Let's do a quick shill for the War of the Spark giveaway booster box on flipsidegaming.com. If you want paper magic cards and supplies, you can pre-order things like War of the Spark, Modern Horizons, and all kinds of other gaming items on flipsidegaming.com. And when you use the promo code CGB, 1, you support the channel. Thank you, thank you. And 2, you get entered, if that purchase is over $10, you get entered to win a War of the Spark booster box, which is just for my community, thanks to flipsidegaming.com. You must make that purchase and use the promo code CGB by May 6th, midnight Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. You can also support the channel on Patreon for special perks. Links are in the description. Our sponsors are hauntedflower.com and flipsidegaming.com. Haunted Flower sells officially licensed MTG apparel and accessories, and Flipside Gaming sells MTG cards and supplies. You can save 10% on either site with the promo code CGB, and it supports the channel at the same time. See you next time for another day in the arena. For now, it's me, it's CGB, signing out.